Nigerian genius.
Good day, this is Team Futminna. Today is day 4 in the competition, and the first activity we did today was the brain teaser. They gave us cartons, scissors, straws, and water in a jar, and then a plastic bottle. And they wanted us to use these materials to actually make a water dispenser.
You have to build a water dispenser using the materials provided for you. Your water dispenser should be able to dispense water. You should be able to put it off and on, and you have 30 minutes to do that. Your time starts now.
And so I and my team began the brainstorming as an engineer. So we started looking for ways to make a water dispenser out of these local materials, and first of all, what we did was to discuss about how the design was to go before we start cutting, so that we don't waste material. So we started by making designs, fast designs. So after making the design, I quite understood how it works very well, so I explained to the other teams how to go about the design, and after that we started the whole build process. So the judges were to, I already knew that the judges were to judge on both the strength of the build, the functionability, how good is the water dispenser, and so we actually inputted that while we were designing. So we were able to meet up to the time. We actually got hours, at least 20 minutes to 25 minutes, actually got the whole principle working. So it's just left to make the design, because we also have to work on the fineness of the whole product. So we started making the whole water dispenser from the base, which is to hold the water bottle, and then we started designing the straw on how it's going to connect to the water bottle. Once we were done with that, we tested the whole setup of the water dispenser, and we discovered it was working very perfectly. The judges had to come team by team to check on what they gave us, the task they gave us, and to see which of the team actually meet up with the time and also the functionality of our water dispenser.
So put your cup and turn it on. Move your hands, leave it on, remove your hands, turn it on, remove your hands. Okay, turn it off. Okay, what is what I need to do?
So, getting to my own team, we were given the score of 71 out of 100, I think.
I have 71.3 points.
He asked us some questions about how the functionality of the principles governing the water dispenser, and I mentioned things like gravity, I mentioned things like atmospheric pressure, both when it is constant and when it is actually varying. That is the regulator part of it, because we're actually using the cover to regulate it. So we actually took second in the position of the brain teaser today, and to us, we feel like we actually tried. did our best. It's
So
not
that
actually
is the result of this session. So thank you very much.
what we learned from today's brain teaser is because later on we went to meet the judges to ask some questions we couldn't meet up to. So they told us about considering gravity. Gravity, when it comes to anything that has height, we need to consider the influence of gravity on it. One, then we need to also think of the calculation part of whatever we are designing. It's very very important as an engineer. So we didn't have in mind the calculation part of it to bring out things like gravity, atmospheric pressure.
But the failure was having about what we get. So we told them what we work on this. So we just we were good to listen with our own so we can have our now, so far today, we've resumed back to our projects. So
We've continued simulating and writing the firmware code that we need for our project. So we've been doing that and we've been putting things together. Also, I would give my team member to talk more on the hardware design, the mechanical design part of this.
Okay, so what I actually did yesterday with my team was trying to modify the whole design because we're trying to see how we can incorporate it, even because with the time we have and the material is not yet here, so we have enough time to still make modifications. So we made modifications yesterday, and we also make plans for the plans we have today. We also made plans to start some testing because we can't just go into the whole design without testing.
our challenge is so far. This challenge is like our hardware. So initially, these are kind of a lot of our plans. Made some things that just like taking some other routes, that has very very small. So we actually intend to kind of like stay with to work on these things. So that tomorrow morning we have something like software.
Good one. If you can create a system that will alert the doctor when the drip finishes, because I know it's sometimes if it finishes, blood can begin to go bad. So yes, that is very good. It's a problem that actually exists. You understand? Yes, doctors try to attend to patients and make sure to remove that, but in the situation we have in Nigeria, we lack doctors. So there are almost 1,000 for each doctor in Nigeria. There are almost more than 1,000 patients. So if you can do that as part of your listing, it's workable. It's a solution to a problem.
And to CIC,
The Nigerian Genius.